Lauren, I am very afraid of snakes. That is one of the first things you knew about me. I remember walking through a field of dry grass about a week before our first date. That day, I told you that if we encountered a snake, I would push you towards the snake so that I would have time to run away. That would have been the worst mistake of my life. If you had gotten bit by a rattlesnake, you wouldn't be standing before me today as my best friend and the love of my life.
Jay, today you will become my husband. A day that honestly felt like it took forever to get here, but also a day that is perfectly written into God's plan for our lives. You are my best friend and the man of my dreams, and I'm still in awe that I get to marry you. I love you so much. You taught me what love truly is through tangibly showing me every day what Jesus' love looks like for me and for the people around me. You teach me through grace and forgiveness when I haven't done anything to earn it, through putting me first, through love without conditions or stipulations, through continuously pointing me back to Jesus, the one who can truly heal, through humility and admitting that you can't be enough for me on your own and only Christ can, through patience, kindness, gentleness, and self-control, through bearing all things, believing all things, and hoping all things. John 15 talks about Jesus laying his life down for his friends. It says there is no greater love than that, and I would agree because you truly lay your life down for me every single day.
Lauren, I love you. My love for you has grown every day since I met you. How could it not? You're the most beautiful girl in the world. You get more beautiful by the day. You have a smile that lights up the room, and gorgeous eyes that always seem to lock on mine. You have the most serving and loving heart of anyone that I know. You are an obedient disciple to Christ and are overflowing with his Holy Spirit. Every day you teach me more about what God's love looks and feels like, and you challenge me to be a better follower of Christ. You are the epitome of beauty in every way, both inside and out. Every time that I say I love you, I want you to remember all of these wonderful things that are so true about you. I love you also means that I would do anything for you. Jesus Christ once said, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." Today, I promise to lay down the rest of my life for you, my best friend. I want to give you my life in the ultimate way, by entering into the covenant of marriage together. From this moment forward, it is no longer my life, but our life. I want to lay aside my life so that together we can create something even more meaningful. I think it goes beyond that though. The process of giving my life to you is not done simply in a one-time act today. It's done in a million small ways every day. By telling you how beautiful you are, by praying with you, by being a shoulder for you to cry on, by cooking you tacos. Lauren, today and every day, I'm giving my life to loving you.
We have learned that God has to be at the center of our lives and our relationship. This marriage is not a contract that can be broken, but a covenant that can never be broken, much like our relationship with God. Jay, I will be here for all of this covenant. For days like this where we feel like we're standing on tops of mountains, and also for the hard seasons where it feels like we will never make it back to the top. But Jay, I will climb back up the mountain with you every single time.
I promise to fight for you and for the beautiful marriage that we are going to build together. There will be times that I fail to be the strong and loving husband that you deserve me to be. However, I will never stop trying to be that man. I promise to keep fighting for you, to keep finding new ways to love and serve you, to keep apologizing when I make mistakes, to keep growing as a disciple of Christ, to keep taking steps that bring the two of us closer together in mind and spirit, and even to fight a giant rattlesnake if that's what it takes.
I remember on our first or second date, you literally said, "Well, we're either going to get married or break up." My jaw literally dropped because marriage seemed way scarier at that point, but now I couldn't imagine my life without you as my husband. You've always led us so intentionally, and I know that will continue in our marriage. I can't thank you enough for your intentionality, wisdom, and dependence on the Lord that led us to this moment, on this day, and into the rest of our lives. Jay, I vow to put God before everything else, to seek Him, to listen to Him, and to serve Him wherever and however He may lead us. I vow to love and serve you every single day with Jesus Himself as the perfect example. I vow to be on your team for the rest of our lives, even when we aren't on the same page, and to make decisions with you and not against you, and to put your needs above my own. I vow to encourage you and support you in all that you may do. I vow to always have your best interests in mind. I vow to be your spike ball partner when you request it for the rest of our lives, and to be your lifelong adventure buddy, and to make memories together that we will never ever forget. I also promise to cut the ribbon off your gifts so that you don't have to. I vow to fight for this marriage, to fight for you, to fight for our family, to fight with you and not against you every single day for the rest of our lives. I vow to always continue growing and pushing you to grow, that we may experience the fullness that Christ has for us both. I vow to reflect on the good over the bad, to look back on everything that God has given us instead of dwelling on what He has not given us.
I promise to fight because I know that there will be hard times ahead, but I also know that the load is lighter when you are carrying it with me. And when both of us are weary and tired, we can rely on God to give us strength and perseverance. We can rely on the family and friends here today that care about us and love us. And we can always, always rely on each other. I'm so thankful that God chose you to be by my side for the rest of my life.
While our pride would like to tell us otherwise, we can't do this on our own. We need the support of every single one of these people here, especially because most of them warned us that marriage is going to be really, really hard. But Jay, even through the difficult seasons, I wouldn't want to do this with anyone else. I promise to rely on our community together and not only on our own strength. And I promise to fight for that even when it might not come naturally to us.
Lauren, you are the ultimate blessing, and I will never stop loving you. I'm so thankful to be your husband and to have you as my wife. I love you.
A lot of times people refer to marriage as a finish line, but this isn't a finish line. It's a starting line. It's the start of the rest of our lives together. I'm so ready to run this race with you, the love of my life, my best friend, God's perfect provision for my life. I love you, Jay, and I'm so honored and excited to become your wife.
Time, 10 little toes, a painted pink room. Our beautiful baby looks just like you, and we'll build this love from the ground up. Now till forever, it's all of me, all of you. Just take my hand, and I'll be the man your dad hoped that I'd be, and we'll build this love from the ground up, for worse or for better, and I will be all you need. Beside you I'll stand, through the good and the bad, we'll give all that we have, and we'll build this love from the ground up. This life will go by in the blink of an eye, but I wouldn't want to spend it without you by my side. The clouds are gonna roll, the earth's gonna shake, but I'll be a shelter through the wind and the rain, and we'll build this love from the ground up. Now till forever, it's all of me, all of you. Just take my hand, and I'll be the man your dad hoped that I'd be, and we'll build this love from the ground up, for worse or for better, and I will be all you need. Beside you I'll stand, through the good and the bad, we'll give all that we have, and we'll build this love from the ground up. Someday we'll wake up with thousands of pictures of 65 years in this little house. I won't trade for nothing the life that we built. I'll kiss you goodnight and say I love you still, and we'll build